97. What?
I want to go back home.
It's okay. There are no ghosts.
What a liar. But of course we knew that.
State of Missouri versus Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And State of Missouri versus Nicholas Godejohn. Mr. Rippey, it's your cue to read the charges.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Rippey didn't even catch his cue? Shame on you, Mr. Rippey.
The defendants did knowingly and after deliberation cause the death of Claudinea Blanchard by stabbing her, which is punishable by life in prison.
He's got it right.
Miss Blanchard, how do you plead?
Not guilty. It was Nick. And he's a hero.
Not guilty.
Not enough shock and gasping in the audience, if you ask me.
Don't be scared, honey. We never give up on each other. Like Bonnie and Clyde.
What happened to Bonnie and Clyde in the end?
But that's not going to happen to you. They caught you alive, so no worries there. No bullet storm to fear.
They wouldn't really do it, would they?
Do what?
Execute me?
So much depends on public perception. You look like a monster, they will probably seek the death penalty. But if you can appear sympathetic, they'll be more likely to go easy on you.
And luckily Gypsy knows exactly how to appear sympathetic.
All of the text messages...
I didn't kill her.
Okay.
Not even her lawyer believes her.
What about your dad? He's down there, right? In Louisiana? I've written and called a couple times, but no one answers. But maybe if you called him...
I don't have a dad. It was only ever me and my mom.
I mean, Gypsy's an angel who fell from the sky. No father required.
And she loved me, at least. He didn't.
We have to start changing the story. Right now, the world sees you as a cold-blooded killer.
But I couldn't have killed my mom. I love her so much.
There's not much difference between plotting her murder by a third party and murdering her yourself.
You're gaining weight. Don't see that a lot in here.
And I even thought she looked a bit wider.
Stir it up. Get rid of this, will you?
Are you sure that's a good idea?
When's the last time you've used it? I mean, haven't you eaten properly through your mouth ever since you escaped?
Can I keep the tube?
A memorabilia, of course.
It's the last thing that I have of my mom.
Maybe frame it. What are the odds of that? That there's one table completely free and all the other tables are full. Every single one of them.
I can answer the question. Bonnie and Clyde, they died together.
Hello? Lacey?
Gypsy.
Lacey, oh my gosh, hi!
Why the fuck would she call Lacey?
Everything on the news, like that we were cheating people to get money and stuff. It's not the whole story. I just wanted you to know that. All I wanted was to be like you. And I really just need someone to talk to right now. Do you think maybe you could come, I don't know, see me?
I wouldn't visit her. Talk to yourself, you lying bitch. That's what I would say.
I'll have to think about it.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Lacey is more diplomatic in her response. Good girl.
This is your daughter, Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
So this father really exists? That's a plot twist.
You ask me, she deserves a chair. And I don't mean no damn wheelchair either.
They do it with a needle in Missouri.
Good.
Good.
Everybody talking shit about them?
Yes, it does. Fucking pissed. Every day that goes by, I'm more fucking pissed.
Rightfully so.
They're worse than frauds. Emotional vampires. Sucking people dry, sucking their goodwill, their trust.
You're just mad because you think you got everybody's number and they had you fooled for 7 straight years, just like everybody
So what
else.
if I am? Why shouldn't I be?
Exactly. What's wrong with that? Perfectly natural reaction. But of course there's this one justice warrior called Lacey who has it all figured out.
What?
I think that's my blender. I lent it to Dee Dee last year.
I had him taken to the vending machines. You always like sweet stuff.
How would you know?
I'm kind of nervous. Gypsy, not sure what to say, you know?
Maybe hello.
Do you remember me?
I remember you, Dad.
What? How? Hasn't he been gone for, what, 15 years maybe? Nice head though.
Did you bring the medical records or not?
That looks like an epic read.
Mother says child was treated for leukemia at age 3. Gypsy, that never happened. They're all like that. She always spoke for you.
Well, obviously she did. Every mother does. At least for the first 12, 13 years.
I was 17 when I married your mom.
I don't want to hear your excuses.
Well, in that case, I don't want to hear your excuses either. Just burn in hell. How about that?
This is you and me at the Special Olympics. You're 8 here.
He hasn't even changed. Not one bit. He looks exactly the same. Except for that epic head.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish I'd got to know you.
Oh, it's forgotten. Now let's eat those candy bars. Together.
State of Missouri versus Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And State of Missouri versus Nicholas Godejohn.
Oh, Nick, please stop smiling. There's absolutely no reason to do that. You should be worried sick.
My client was the victim of lifelong medical abuse at the hands of her mother. On that basis, Gypsy Rose Blanchard is entitled to have her trial severed from that of Nicholas Godejohn.
Bye-bye, Nick. Thanks for saving me.
Ms. Blanchard's circumstances differ significantly from Mr. Godejohn's.
The defendant's motion for severance is granted.
I did it for Gypsy. I did it to protect.
All right, settle down.
And that's the end of Bonnie and Clyde. Now he's more like, I don't even know, Jekyll and Hyde?
You don't have to be nervous around me. Still the same old gypsy.
I don't know who the old gypsy was.
That's right, you don't have to be afraid of her. She lets other people kill, so you should rather watch your back.
I always really loved her.
Why didn't you just get up out of your chair and walk away?
Because she loved her.
Why did you come here?
Very subtle how she avoided the question there.
I truly believe that everything happens for a reason.
There is no goddamn reason this happened to you. Sometimes we can't make things better. We just gotta live through them.
You have to walk through the fire. Just say it.
Who are you, Gypsy? Do you even know?
Of course not. I mean, one second she thought she was a princess, the other second she thought she was some sexy goth chick licking knives.
Did you look up at the stars tonight? And what did you see?
Your death. Your incoming doom.
Look at the stars. And not the ghosts.
Because the stars are angels.
And you are my angel.
More like a fallen angel.
What's the matter, huh?
Good night, Mom.
See you on the other side. Will they actually show the murder this time? Bit late for that, isn't it? Yeah, not much of a self-defense case, If Dee Dee is sleeping and you can just open the front door without her noticing, you could easily escape with Nick now, and she wouldn't even know until she wakes up next morning. He's wearing gloves. Very prepared. You need to call upon Victor now, Nick. Call him. What's Gypsy doing now? Putting on some makeup? Preparing herself for her honeymoon? All of this got him a bit excited, huh? Man, his mind is in space right now, huh? With all those stars, I assume.
Oh, I covered it up so you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Out of sight, out of mind.
I'm so excited that you're taking me on an adventure.
Oh, you're my princess, right?
Did she just switch to acting mode? Oh, okay. At least cover their eyes, Gypsy. Do they really have to see this? Do we have to see this?
Welcome to the rest of your life.
Thanks. I guess.
Hi, I'd like to call a taxi, please. Great, thank you.
Nice job, dude. Oh, they even took the two rats? I didn't know that. I mean, I never saw them in one of the previous episodes. Ah, there you go. She set them free. Completely ignorant to the fact that they won't survive a day out there. I mean, a random owl probably picked them up immediately.
Are you sure you still want to do this, babe?
I mean, bit late to ask now. Now she has become Norman Bates, seeing her mother all the time. She's Norman Bates and Nick is Jekyll and Hyde. What a nice way to end this. Why would you end it without even showing the trial? I mean, this was the last episode as far as I know, and they basically showed nothing of the trial itself, even though it's such a complicated, complex case. What? Why did they just skip all that? Instead, we spent 20 minutes on the murder night once again. Why? I mean, you could have spent half a season on the trial alone. I assume, at least. Since I haven't followed this case at all, I don't really know that, but I'm guessing there's a lot you could explore. For instance, has there been any psychological evaluation of Gypsy and Nick? See, I even forgot about Nick completely. Of course, there's not just Gypsy's case, there's his case as well. And now I know nothing about those cases, except the sentences, which people spoiled for me already, so there's that. But okay. Artistic choice, I guess, to concentrate on Gypsy's mind. I also don't really want to get into a discussion of the real case now. Did she deserve this? Did Didi deserve this and whatnot? The only thing I feel I need to say is, if this entire case should teach you one thing, then that looks can be deceiving and words can be lies. And that's why I don't really get all this Gypsy support. She did lie for many years. That's why I'm a bit surprised that so many people are just buying her story. Because as far as I know, there isn't really any proof. Right? Except her medical records, of course. But when it comes to the Blanchard house and what happened inside those walls, then nobody can really know what happened there. Like I said, not that I know any better, but I'm having doubts, that's all I'm saying. And I don't quite understand how anyone could not have doubts. In the end, none of us really knows what happened inside that house and what anyone's real intentions were, so that's all, I guess.